Hello everyone, this is Arkadiy from JT5. Today we're gonna do a side-by-side comparison video of a Rippa R15 and a Rippa R10. These excavators represent an economy line of a Rippa R series, and they are by far the most popular machines for the homeowners and acreage owners. Now, we sell most of the R10s in the gas variant, and the R15 comes with a Kubota diesel engine. In this video, we'll show you a close-up of the individual components of each machine, starting from the bottom and then going up. Also, in the end of the video, we'll do a race test to see which machine drives faster. First, let's take a look at the track lengths. So both machines have the same track width. It's approximately 7 inches wide, but R15 here has a longer track. It's about 135 centimeters, while R10 is 120. Now, why the track length is important? Well, because it gives you more stability when you're digging. That's why we also expect R15 to have a higher lifting capacity than an R10. Here's a close-up of the R10 tracks. As you see, it has 2 rollers at the bottom, and it has a tucked-in travel motor. With the motor covering from the back. This motor is a single speed. The track tension adjustment is behind this cover, and it is the bolt style. Here's the R15 track close-up. R15 has triple rollers at the bottom. It has a double speed motor, which is also tucked in, but you'll be able to drive faster, or in theory you should be able to drive faster with the R15, and we'll test it in the end of this video. Both of the excavators here have extendable tracks. That means that you can pull the tracks in and out when you need to pass through the narrow gate or the main door. You can pull the tracks in, and then when you dig in, you want to pull the tracks out to give you more stability. The width of the tracks on both machines is the same. It is 117 centimeters. But when it comes to the narrowness, when you pull the tracks in, the R10 is a bit narrower. It will come in at about 90 centimeters wide, while the R15 will be 100 centimeters, so 1 meter. And that might play a difference if you need to work in the close quarters. Here's a close-up of how wide the R10 when the tracks are pulled out. Here's a close-up of how wide the R15 is when the tracks are pulled out. So as you see, the house of the R15 is noticeably wider than the R10. Next, let's take a look at the back of the machine, at the engine compartment and the counterweight. The R10 model that we have here does not have a counterweight and it's just a tin metal rear bumper, while the R15 has a cast steel counterweight in the back to add it more stability. Here's a close-up of the engine compartment. This R10 comes with a 13.5 horsepower Briggs and Stratton gasoline engine. From the outside, we can see an oil cooler to make sure that you're not going to overheat your hydraulics. Here's a close-up of the R15 engine compartment. Inside, you will find the Kubota D722 diesel engine. Since it's a diesel, it's comes with the water cooling, and also the hydraulic oil cooler as well. Next, let's take a look at the blade and the boom assembly. These machines have identical blades and the booms, with only difference being is that the R15 comes with a hydraulic quick hitch and the R10 is equipped with a mechanical quick hitch. Here's a close-up of the R10 blade. As you see, it has the flaps, as you want your blade to be the same width as your tracks. So when the blade is folded in, you want to have your tracks pulled in, and then when you fold the flaps out, you want your tracks out. Here we have our side swing boom joint. This is our U-boom boom with the cast steel ends. Here's our arm, our hydraulic thumb, and a mechanical quick hitch. Here's the R15. R15 has a little bit wider bucket than the R10. Then we have our hydraulic quick hitch that comes with a hook. You're able to change the buckets with a hydraulic quick hitch without getting out from the cab. We have a separate video on our channel where we show the differences. We'll add a link in the description. Then the arm and the thumb is the same. Same thing for the boom. Side swing boom assembly and the dozer blade. Now let's do a walk around the cab of each machine to show the exterior differences. Here's our R10. And here's our R15. Now let's take a look at the canopy assemblies. Both machines have a 4-post canopies, which is a significant improvement over the earlier versions of the R10s that had only 2 posts. 4 posts made them a lot more sturdier and less shaky. Having said that, R15 canopy is sturdier than R10 and shakes less. Just to demonstrate it to you, if I'll shake here, you can see the roof moves. On the R15, on the other hand, if I will shake it, it doesn't move much, right? It's a lot more solid. Also, with the addition of the plastic roof, Rippa added a handy mirror, rear view mirror, that is half circle, and it gives you a nice wide view what's behind you. Let's take a peek inside the operator space. We often get questions which machine is more suited for bigger guys, which are like 6 feet tall or more. Personal answer is probably depends. So instead of making and giving you my opinion, I will just show you. the pros and cons of each machine. R10 is fairly roomy. If you have long legs, there's lots of space to put your legs forward. Also, you can slide the seat back. This is as far as it will go. And I mean, if you lean back, that's a lot of space, I would say. Then when it comes to your controls, because you have your console over here, you don't have the driving sticks with the pedals, right? You have to drive with your hands. So you will need to lean forward if you want to drive to use these joysticks. In the case of the pilot controls, for me, I would say probably R15 would be a little more comfortable, but this is how you would sit. I mean, it's not bad. Oops. Oh, that's an important point. That what you saw here, these joysticks aren't actually pilots. They are direct hydraulic control. That's why the boom moved when I pushed the joystick forward, is under the gravity. We'll do the same thing on the R15, and you'll see that it will not move. So that's a safety consideration. But yeah, so this is how it looks. And then over here, we have our dozer control, and this is our throttle. Now, here's the R15, and first thing I can notice is that I have a console on the side over here, right? So I don't have as much room on the sides. If I want to stretch my legs out, I can, but I am kind of restricted on this end. With the amount of distance I can move the seat back, it's limited, or it's less than on the R10. The reason for it is that there is a horizontal bar behind the seat from the cage. So this is as far as it will go. Pluses, I have my hydraulic lock. I can lower it when I need to use the joysticks. And this is actually too far for me, so I'll slide it up a little bit. But I just find the position of the armrests on the R15 is more comfortable for me personally. And then the joysticks themselves, they are full pilots. So like as you see, I'm moving them, the boom doesn't move. They're locked out, and they're a lot easier to move. So for the operator fatigue, it'll be less on the R15 than on the R10. Visibility wise, it's great. And as I said before, we have the handy mirror to look behind us. When it comes to driving, you do have your driving sticks with pedals. So you're able to drive forward with your feet if you want to, and then same thing to drive backward. But I will say that driving backward is awkward. Like I cannot press it like this, very awkward to do. You might be able to do it with your heels, potentially, but I would just use the pedals if you need to drive forward. That is comfortable. And then you have your pedals on the bottom for your hydraulic thumb and side swing boom. Now let's get to the fun part and do a race between these two machines. In order to do it, I need a second person, and for this video, we asked Snezhana to give us a hand.
Hello everyone.
We'll position the machines so their blades are in line. This is what we're going to use to measure the difference in how far each machine can get. We will use the full throttle for this test, and the joysticks will be all the way forward. For the first test, we'll have the R10 it's a single gear, so there's same speed, and then the R15 will be in the turtle mode, so the low gear. All right, we're gonna start the engines. We're gonna give full throttle. And race on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, clearly R10 wins the race. the low gear. Now let's see what's going to be the difference when the R15 is going to be in the rabbit mode or the high gear. Snezhana, let's start the engines. Hey, 1, 2, 3. Say it's about the same. Nijana, thank you so much for your help. We couldn't have not done it without you. As you guys saw, R10 and the R15 in a high gear, they drive about the same. Potentially, R10 might be a little bit faster, but I would say they're comparable. We hope that you found this video useful. If you're going to have any more questions on Rippa or JT5 equipment, please visit JT5.com or give one of our dealers a call. And as always, please like this video and subscribe to our channel.